It's late. The house has gone quiet. The lights are low. And there in the cup of your hand, your hamster has just stopped. Eyes closed, that tiny body rising and falling fast against your skin. And yeah, it's adorable. Of course it is. But here's the part almost nobody tells you. For a hamster, this is not a small thing. It might be the most dangerous thing it will ever choose to do. Because this is an animal built to run. Every instinct in that little body is screaming the same thing. Stay hidden, stay ready, never get caught. And instead, it just let go in the open hand of something hundreds of times its size. So no, it's not just cute, it's a message. And if you've been reading it as, "Aw, sleepy little guy," you've been missing what your hamster has been trying to tell you this whole time.
1. It was never about being warm. So why does your hamster fall asleep on you? Most people figure it's obvious. It's tiny, you're warm, end of story. But here's the thing. That little body has a dozen warmer options it knows by heart. Its bedding, its hide, a sunny patch, a nest built for exactly this. If warmth was all it wanted, it would never need your hand. It chooses you for a completely different reason. Sleep is the one moment a creature like this is utterly defenseless. In the wild, a sleeping hamster is a dead hamster, unless it's hidden where nothing can reach it. Every instinct says, bury yourself, disappear. And instead, it walks past every safe corner it has and shuts its eyes on you. Feel that fast little heartbeat against your fingers? That's an animal that by every rule of its own survival should be terrified right now, and isn't. That's not about temperature. That's trust, on a level most owners never realize they earned. It's the hamster quietly saying, "You're the one place I don't have to be afraid." And one more thing, hold on to this. If your hamster ever suddenly stops doing this, don't brush it off. I'll tell you exactly what it means at the very end. It's the part most owners wish they'd understood sooner.
2. It's signing its name on you. Watch its face the next time it settles in. That little nose and cheek rubbing against your thumb right before it drifts off. That's not fidgeting. That's chemistry. Hamsters carry scent glands on their faces and along their flanks. Every time your hamster presses into you, it's leaving invisible markers behind. But here's what almost no one realizes. It isn't just marking you, it's blending your scent into its own. In the wild, animals that share a burrow carry one shared smell. It's how they say, without a sound, "This one is mine. This one is safe." So night after night, your hamster is quietly writing you into its family. It feels safe isn't even the word. It feels like home. And hey, if this is changing how you see that little guy, take 1 second and tap like and subscribe. It genuinely helps these tiny, misunderstood animals get understood by more people who care. Okay, here's the one that surprises everyone.
3. It thinks it's protecting you. Notice where it falls asleep. Tucked into the bend of your fingers, against your wrist, facing out toward the open room. That placement is never random. Even the most spoiled, hand-fed little pet still runs on the wiring of an animal that had to survive. And a prey animal that survives never fully stops watching. So when it settles against you, facing the doorway, part of it is still watching the entrance. When it tucks in behind your hand, it's keeping you at its back, protected. It knows it's small. It doesn't care. Something old and deep in it says, stay near, stay ready. Will it actually fight anything off? Of course not. It's the size of your thumb. But in its mind, it has taken a post. It gave itself a job. And every night, against everything its body is begging it to do, it shows up for that job again. Every single night.
4. Every position is a sentence. Does your hamster curl into a tight ball, stretch out flat, sleep with its back turned? Each one is telling you something different.
The tight ball is the most protective shape it can make. It hides the belly, tucks the paws, keeps everything soft out of reach. If your hamster always sleeps like this on you, it's saying, I feel safe enough to be near you, but not quite safe enough to let go. It's trust, with a layer of caution still on. The full sprawl, legs out, belly up, is the opposite. A prey animal showing you its stomach believes completely that nothing bad can reach it here. It's switched off every alarm it has. That's the highest trust it can give. And when it turns its back to you, don't take it personally. In the animal world, that means, I trust you so much I don't even need to watch you. It's a compliment. And the full press, when it wedges so tight into your hand there's no gap left at all, that's the loudest one. 0 distance. That's not clinginess, that's devotion. 5. It rewrote its own clock for you. Ever notice your hamster surfaces when you're around and winds down when your room goes quiet? That's not a coincidence. That's a choice it made. Hamsters are wired for the dark, built to wake at dusk and run through the night when their wild ancestors foraged. By nature, its schedule should never line up with yours. But a bonded hamster does something almost unbelievable. It overrides its own biology. It learns to be awake when you're awake and to drift off when your room goes still. Not because it's natural, but because that's when you exist in its world. Think about that. An internal clock that took thousands of years to build, quietly rewritten, just so a tiny creature can share a few more waking minutes with you. It's why it's waiting at the front of the cage the second you walk in. It learned your rhythm and chose it.
6. It feels your bad day before you say a word. Ever come home heavy, a rough day still on your shoulders, and notice the smallest creature in the house pressed to the bars, just watching you? That's not a coincidence either. It knew something was off before you said a word. Your hamster can't really see your face, but it reads you through scent, through sound, through the tiniest shifts in how you move. When you're stressed, your chemistry changes, your breathing changes, even the way you go still changes, and it picks up all of it. It doesn't know why you're hurting, but it knows that you are. And here's where it goes deeper. When it falls asleep against you, it gets a front row seat to your whole state, your heartbeat, your restlessness, your breathing in the dark. Night after night, it's learning what your normal feels like. So the moment something slips, it's the first to notice.
7. When it suddenly stops. Remember what I told you to hold on to at the start? Here it is. What does it mean when a hamster that always fell asleep on you suddenly stops? If that's been your routine for weeks, months, and then it changes, please don't ignore it. These are creatures of pure habit. When they break a pattern this big, they're telling you something. Sometimes it's physical, pain or illness, and a prey animal does the one thing it's wired to do with weakness. It hides it. A hamster that suddenly wants to be alone may be saying it doesn't feel safe in its own body. If it's an older one, a vet visit is worth it. Sometimes it's their world. A new pet, a moved cage, a new smell, a change in routine. Something tiny to you can feel enormous to them. And sometimes it's a memory. Hamsters remember. If something frightened them near you, they pull back to stay safe. The whole point is this: pay attention. Your hamster fell asleep in your hand because, against every instinct it has, it decided you were safe. If that changes, it isn't being moody, it's communicating. So watch, listen, and gently, patiently help it find its way back. So the next time that tiny body goes still in your hand, remember what it costs an animal built to be afraid, to simply let go. It didn't have to trust you. Trusting is the one thing its whole species is wired never to do, and it did it anyway, for you. That little moment was never small to them, so don't let it be small to you either.